All right?
All right.
It's a bit nippy in here, isn't it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, you're all summery and I'm all dressed for the winter.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why.
No, I don't know why, but it is all a bit nippy in here. Could be, maybe it's nippy outside. Maybe I can see the blizzards coming.
Maybe you know something that we don't.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? Is there an audience gathering outside in the behind the curtains?
It looks like it.
Oh. I wonder if they're going to be nice tonight. You know, the other night they were rather nasty. They came with their pitchforks and stuck one right at my bottom.
Who do they think you are, Richard III?
Yeah, they think they're Richard the Turd.
The turd?
Yeah, they were trying. That's why they were going for my bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. What do you think? Should we go and give them a bit of fun on a Wednesday?
I think we'll try.
Or is it the whimsical Wednesday Wonderland of Wit? I bet one of our viewers will nick that and put it on the timeline and make out it's their idea when actually, obviously, it was ours.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go then. Stand by. 3, 2, 1. Opposite of a bing. Ah!
Good evening.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We have with us lovely tonight, the old lovely Julia.
And the old lovely Richard.
Hello! It's nice to see you here on the Vobes Show on the 22nd of July 2020 in colour. Yes, we were lucky because old Kodachrome got in touch and said, look, we're trying out a new thing. It's called colour television. And we wondered if you would be one of the first people to try it. And we said, yes, please. Trouble is, I got the letter in the late 50s, actually, and I meant to unwrap it.
Great.
Yeah.
Earlier, but never mind.
Only found it the other day. Anyway, welcome along. Lovely Julia. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm all right, thank you.
It's nice to see you. Yes, I am very, very well, thank you very much. I don't know if you've noticed that I'm dressed for the beach.
Yeah, very summery.
Yes, I'm very summery tonight, ladies and gentlemen. But it's good. You're looking very summery, though, too.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I made an effort.
Yeah, you did make an effort. Does that mean that you don't normally make an effort?
I made more effort than usual.
Oh, yeah, that's nice. Do you not normally make much of an effort?
I normally try my best.
Yeah, you do very well with that vest.
What are you trying to say?
I'm not trying to say anything, just keeping to the script. Lovely Julia, have a look out there and tell us who is out there in the world of the Vobosphere.
We have, At Home with Mindy. We have Ernie Samat, Fiona Hammond, hello, Days of Yore, Infinite Koala Army, Elaine Whitelock, Ed Loud, Ramaboo 2, Andrew Norris 1, Rick M.
Wait, Andrew Norris 1, Ramaboo 2. Are they playing a tennis match or something? Is that what's going on?
Maybe.
Hmm.
Audrey Forbes Hamilton, Ron Langley, Peter Lowry, Mike Stevens, Linda Kane, Steve G, Brainwashed Chris, Glyn Horton, and Andy Kendrick. Andy Kendrick.
Fantastic. Well, welcome one and all, and it's another exciting Vogue show. Please be excited. Show your excitement by sticking your thumb up your on your the thing that makes it say.
I suddenly was not so excited.
Yeah. Well, make sure you use a clean towel to. Anyway. So on today's show, let me tell you right from the very start that we have viewers, and we also have videos. And the viewers will watch the videos, and it's going to be absolutely tremendous. We've got videos from all sorts of people that you may have seen videos from before. But don't let that put you off. Please don't go on the other channel. Is there another channel?
What other channel?
I don't know. I think there might be competition somewhere along the line. But anyway,
probably.
Yeah. So now, lovely Julia.
Lovely Richard.
Yes, lovely Julia. Oh, yes. I'm wearing this interesting jacket and sporting this rather lovely scarf. As you may know,
It's a very lovely scarf.
this lovely scarf came from the mob that float a boat.
Yes.
I think they got it from some nice little jumble sale somewhere. It was very good. And you got
Cheeky.
one similar.
I did.
This wonderful jacket that's come in is made of
Denim.
cord. What denim?
Denim.
Yes. Not Jeff Mahoney. Jeff Kellison. Killer Kellison. Killer Kellison sent it in. Yeah, it was very nice of him, wasn't it?
It's lovely.
All the way from the
Very
United
nice.
States of Amazon. So that was nice. Thank you very much, Jeff. Did you see Jeff? Is he out there watching?
I haven't seen
Is he washing?
Jeff appear.
Is he
Well, we
washing?
have some more in. We have Angie Fenner.
More in?
More peoples.
Oh, yeah.
We have Angie Fenner, Robert Baxter, Sean's Allotment Garden and Homestead. That's a mouthful. Which camera? With no light above the camera.
No, I know. I'm sorry. No light above the camera.
The Veg Grower Podcast. Josephine Suter. Alan Skiro. from Guernsey, apparently.
From Guernsey, gosh, nice jersey, Guernsey.
But no Jeff so far.
Oh, what a shame, no Jeff. Well, ladies and gentlemen, don't let that worry you. Thank you, Jeff.
There he is.
There he is. He's here.
Oh, yeah, I'm driving my car. Do you mind? I'm driving a great big 452,000-foot bus all across America. Oh, I'm driving my bus. He doesn't drive a bus. I don't know what you're talking about. One of those yellow brick road jobs. The lovely Fiona. Shall we look at the parcel from the lovely Fiona? Because the lovely Fiona's been had it sent earlier about 3 years ago, and he's only just come in. So I thought, you could open it and reveal it.
Ooh, exciting. Ah, gorgeous. Another lovely jumper for Jojo.
Oh, look at that
We've got
now.
a nice little squirrel on
Are
it.
we imagining that is hand knitted?
I am definitely imagining that's hand knitted.
Oh, that does look nice. Look at that. Isn't that lovely?
Lovely, isn't it?
Fantastic.
Love her. Gorgeous. Thank you, Fiona.
Well done, Fiona. That's very nice. Now, just remember, a cardigan for me is a little bit bigger. Might take a little bit longer, but in the winter, when I've got my pipe and my little flat cap and I've got my scarf, obviously, it'd be lovely.
How gorgeous is that?
That is very nice. Oh, that's too small for me as well. Who's that going to be for?
Oh, it's very nice. Jojo.
Oh, yeah, Jojo. Yeah, of
Of
course.
course.
Jojo's nice.
Gorgeous. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. That's very nice. If anybody else out there would cares to knit us some stuff, I need some knickers. Knitted knickers would be lovely. If anyone can dare. The size...
Is that knitters?
Knitters. No,
that
it's
doesn't
not quite
work.
the same
Doesn't
as...
work.
as
No, forget us of
yes,
it.
okay.
It's
I mean,
okay.
they could be pitters if they were pants. They'd be cants. No, never mind. Anyway, let's not go down that road, please. Now, the lovely Jeff Kellison is observing you in the videos, because
Yes.
you've appeared in some of the videos, quite a lot of videos actually, and it's very nice when you do appear in the videos. And he's noticed something that you wear quite a bit and a certain colour that you enjoy, and as if by magic, he sent a parcel over with a courier inside. Which is a shame, because he should have used the courier to send the parcel, but never mind.
Yeah.
Anyway, what did he get you?
Let's have a look, ski.
I'm going into camera 2, just so you know.
Camera 2, please.
Oh,
Ray-Bans.
Ray-Bans. That's
I never
nice.
said it on the box, but you
Yeah.
never know. Wow! You are spoiling me. Everybody is spoiling me.
Oh,
Look
look,
at that.
ladies and gentlemen, how about that? Isn't that is swish. She is so stylish, ladies and
Lovely.
gentlemen.
I've never had a pair of Ray-Bans before.
Have you not?
No.
They
always
look swanky.
cheapy ones.
Very swanky.
That's gorgeous. Thank you so much, Jeff. Why are you spoiling me, everybody?
Yeah, why are you spoiling her, everybody? Why is everybody spoiling? No, it's great.
Not
It's
that I'm
fantastic.
complaining. They're
No,
perfect.
it's lovely. Look at that. It's fantastic. So now you can take Joe out with his new jumper and your Ray-Bans, and you can perambulate down the promenade. I think there's nothing better than perambulating down the promenade with your new attire and your little baby. And I can occasionally join you with my little scarf and my denim jacket and my pipe, which I have yet to get.
Your pipe?
Yes, well, I don't really smoke a pipe, but I just think pipes are quite nice. But
Yeah, you got something about pipes today.
Yeah, pipes. I keep piping on about it, don't I? Went to the piper boy.
Maybe you need to shut your pipe.
Ever since I was a piper boy, I used to... Anyway, have we got some good comments, lovely Julia?
Dubai Dozen says, hey, not sure what's going on. Just joined. Is it suddenly cold?
Yeah, it's blooming freezing, mate. Blooming in here. You've got to remember, this house backs onto Antarctica.
Yeah.
No, it really does. And also, some other things I've yet to think about. But no, I'm just showing off because somebody very kindly weaved it. They weaved the magic, don't you know? And if you don't know, you should know.
If I knew you were going to do that, I would have brought mine with.
Yeah,
Put it
well, I didn't know I was going to do it till the last minute. Any more exciting comments?
Elaine Whitelock says, don't go in the water with them, Richard.
Don't go in the water with them what?
Don't know.
Oh, what, with the knitted pants?
Oh, maybe?
Yeah, because we had a comment about knitted pants in a different show, in a different life, in a different time. I think it was Sean who was talking about. Didn't he ring in about some knitted pants he once had? Somebody rang in. I'm not sure who it was.
Ramaboo too says, very nice glasses. Just wish I could have seen what you got from Fiona. How come you didn't see?
Did you not see? Hang on a moment. Here we go. Look.
Ooh. Oh, wait.
Stop it.
Oh, look at that. Isn't that lovely?
Yeah, she got a Vogue cover.
And
When you're sick and tired of looking at the old Vogue.
Another one from
and
Change of
another
Scenery,
Vogue.
see?
Yeah.
No, it's even got these lovely
Latch
bits
onto
that
your
you
ears.
just tie around there.
Not only is it like,
Perfecto.
it's a bit of a Vobe muffler. Yeah, a muffly Vober.
There, now you can go and go into the supermarkets nice and safely.
You will not see me wearing my mask unless I'm in a shop. And then please don't take a photograph of me. That would be awful. But no, that's very nice. Careful with that because somebody knitted that with their bare fingers.
It's beautiful.
That's very nice. Anyway,
Ever
I'll
so
take this off.
kindly.
Take this off because it's not actually cold. But thank you very much. That's very kind. Lovely. How
Quite
lovely.
surprised that you're not sweating.
I am sweating. That's the smell you can smell. Whiff. Whiff, whiff. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we've got some videos. We will get on to our first video shortly. But if anybody wants to call in and just have a bit of a riff with us. By the way, I was called a grifter. Do you know what a grifter is?
You did mention it.
Yes, somebody who swindles people, apparently.
I don't think that's what she meant.
No, I'm sure that's not what she meant. But if you look up what a grifter is, it's a small-time somebody who tries to swindle people. Go to the reaction of
that's
Julia.
not an
Julia
accurate-
reaction cam. Sorry,
Oh,
we
dear.
just thought we'd set that up.
Josephine says the label is still in your jacket.
The label.
Yes.
What label?
And Fiona Hammond says, don't know your chest size, Richard.
Oh well, it's about that big.
Oh, so helpful.
Yes. What size? Medium. Just a medium
I'll
chest.
get a measuring tape and measure your chest for you.
I did have a rule actually.
Oh,
Yeah, well, it doesn't go around circles, though.
no.
No.
Well, you can. It's just not quite as accurate.
Not quite. No, that's true. I'd love to do a bobble hat, says Sean. Oh, well, you can knit me a bobble hat. That'd be absolutely lovely.
There.
Oh, there it is. What does it say? Anything? Oh,
It's gone now.
it says, don't pull, only pull in an emergency.
Oh, no. Wah, wah.
Look out, ladies and gentlemen. We've turned into a black and white film. So there we are. Should we pity the lavender? Did I say pity the lavender field is closed this year? Says Ron Langley to Linda Kane. Oh yeah, pity that. Shall we start with our first video of the evening?
Yes, please. Who have we got?
I'll tell you. Let's have a look. So we have. Oh yeah, cool. Guess what I did? I haven't put them on the system properly.
You're kidding.
No, I haven't. I've got them here though. We've got the lovely Gabriel. Mm-hmm. We have one from Mike Dixon.
The
lovely Mike Dixon, and we have one from the very lovely Peter Lowry.
Ooh.
Sorry about the erms in front of your name. I was couldn't remember it for a minute, but I've remembered it now. It's not actually written in front. You see, normally I have it written on a thing here, and I just, it's seamless, isn't it? Seamless. But because I was somewhat overwhelmed by the jacket and the scarf and the lovely Julia and all her lovely presents, and of course the herd of wildebeest that are sweeping majestically outside a Torquay hotel bedroom window, I was somewhat lax in getting on. So, lovely Julia, what would you like? Would you like a bit of Gabriel? Would you like a bit of Peter? Or would you like a bit of Mike? All men tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. I'm assuming Josephine Suter didn't get hers done in time. I'm sure. Was it last week or the week before? I think it was Friday. She said that she was.
Oh yeah, Josephine, have you sent one in? Because if you
Oh
have,
no, that was Monday.
that was. Oh, was it Monday?
That was for Monday.
For Monday?
Can't remember if we saw one.
For Micah?
What?
I think we'll go with. Let's go with Gabriel.
Don't
he's
push me today. I don't have my loopy juice.
Oh no! Oh, sorry about that. No loopy juice. Oh dear.
Keep up.
Just loopy loo. We're going to go with Gabriel because it's part 2 of the barn movie. That's all I've got here. Part 2 of the barn movie. Very exciting. It starts with interesting shot of a particular stinging plant, but more than that I won't say.
Here's a gratuitous shot of nettles. As we continue our walk now, we're leaving Clyst Hole behind and heading back towards Street. Now, can you see over there? I can't see where I'm pointing, but above the sheep here, there's a church. That Street Church. Now, if you look as the road across it, you can see the road running across the causeway to where is Palm Piles Bridge. Again, another video I've shot already. There used to be the original medieval causeway run from there to that church, but it's now long gone. You can see that in the landscape over there. Spot the arty camera shot. Barnaby managing to look very windswept and interesting. This bridge crosses the start point of a drain that runs out onto the levels. We'll be following this for the rest of the walk until we turn back for Glastonbury. Oh look, surprise, there's the tour. Believe it or not, this isn't slow motion. Barnaby actually walks like that. It took many shots to get the timing right for those two bikes passing the gate. Here we're crossing the busy 361 over the causeway between Street and Glastonbury. Nice exit camera left, Barnaby.
There you go.
Lovely.
I wonder how many takes it would have taken if you'd got a jumbo jet going at the back as well. That would have been hard. I mean, I know what it's like when you're trying to just match up all those things. He actually timed it right with the butterfly as well. Did you see that? The butterfly flying by? And some of those grasses that just were swaying to the left and right almost in time with the music. I don't know how it does it. Oh, we're back. There we are. The lovely Gabriel and the barn walking.
Barnaby.
Is that where Barnaby comes from? Barnaby. Yeah, of course. Gabriel, you've got to tell us a little bit about Barnaby. He is a mysterious windswept figure who walks with a curious gait in slow motion. He is obviously a man that we need to know more about. So thank you very much for sharing that. I'm assuming there is more to follow because clearly you didn't get back to Glastonbury. So really cool. Lovely slow-mo shots, by the way. Quick question. Are you shooting at a faster speed and slowing it down, or are you just slowing it down in the edit? I'm just a curious technical question. Are you shooting at, I don't know, what?
For a second, I thought you were inquiring as to how he shot Barnaby.
Yeah, and have you shot Barnaby? Because I know he had a shotgun microphone, but it's not quite the same. Lovely Julia, any good, interesting and worthwhile comments that are worth talking about? Going to the comment camera.
Our lovely Jeff Kellison says, I walked through Nettles once on a nude beach. It was a very, very bad weekend. Youch.
That must have been nasty. I mean, how many pimples did you get on your body? Anyway, moving on.
Moving swiftly on.
Any more good, exciting comments up there, lovely Julia? Nice one, Gabriel.
Lots of nice
Gabriel.
comments about it.
Very laid back.
Linda Kane says...
Linda Kane. Yeah.
She says, Nettles show the ground has been disturbed. There you are, another piece of useless info.
When you say the ground has been disturbed, I mean, what, like mentally disturbed?
Like someone walked over it with no knickers on.
Yeah, probably from a nudist thing going, ow, I've got pimples all over places where you really don't want them. Thank you. Shut up, Eric.
Who asked you, Eric?
Yes. Eric's got a guest, you know.
Has he?
Yes.
Ooh.
He's had a luncheon guest with a good old mate of his called Maggot. Isn't that right, Eric?
That's right, sir.
And what did your guest want? Your friend Maggot?
It says, have a bit of everything, please.
It's very difficult to tell them apart. They're almost twins.
Yeah.
Anyway, private joke there.
Not quite so private.
Not so quite so private, actually. I wish I kept it private now. Any other last requests?
Audrey Forbes Hamilton says, when I was very little, I fell face first into nettles as I ran towards our holiday caravan. Mum threw everything out of the case to find calamine lotion.
Oh, calamine lotion. Yeah, I had a calamine. He had some lotion. Oh, no, it was a palamine. He had some lotion. Very nice lotion. But it was the motion in the lotion that gave you the sensation. We have a phone call, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody calling in. Let's find
First
out who
call
it
of
is.
the day.
I've got to find my headphones.
Headphones.
Headphone time. Headphone time.
Oh,
Good.
no.
Oh, no. Hello, caller. You there?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Ah, good evening, sir and sir. Yes. How that? Yeah. So, tell us about your getting the bicycles in line. I mean, that must have been quite hard work.
It was definitely hard work. It was very, very hard work. As I say, I mean, we took about 6 or 7 shots, and those people, we had to pay them £45 to keep going backwards and forwards.
Well, of course, and presumably you got equity clearance with them.
Oh, absolutely.
Because
yes.
you know they'd
about
be part.
4 inches each side.
Oh, good. Question I posed. Very good, by the way. Question.
You did.
Yeah, I posed there about your filming speed. Just curious.
Yeah, I have 3 presets I've built into my camera. Normally, I shoot at 24p for that lovely, smooth, buttery, cinematic thing they all bang on about.
Like a bit of buttery.
Buttery
I like
smooth.
a bit of buttery cinema, yeah. Anyway. Then I have a 60 frames per second, and then I have 120 frames per second. Because if you slow down normal 24 frames,
you see, it's
you
awful.
don't. It jutters. You haven't got. Because you have to maintain that 24p. So if you shoot at 60p, and I'll shut up in a minute because I can feel people falling asleep. But if you shoot at 60p and then slow it down, you can slow it down about 2 or 3 times and still maintain a reasonable frame rate.
But are you saying that most of that stuff, you know, you're sort of wibbly wobbly, not wobbly, it's very smooth.
Timey-wimey.
The going through the gate posts and all of that, is that all at 120?
That's at 60.
Oh, that's just at 60. What about his walk? That's at 60 then, presumably.
No, that's at 24. He really does walk like that.
Yeah, right. Okay. Thanks
That
for
made
that.
I laugh.
That did make us laugh. Well, that's great. And how many more bits of video have we got to endure now?
One more of those, and then you've suffered enough, I think.
He is, of course, joking.
Yeah, of course I'm joking. I want to see the 120 version.
I could do 120 version if you like, but it would be a little bit.
Well, I did think about doing the the Vobes show in a hello.
Yes.
Well, it's good that video doesn't do that thing where it gets stuck in the gate and burns a hole.
No, I've got an effect that does that, though.
Yeah, no, don't use those effects. It's such a lie. I hate it when people use those effects. It's not film. Don't do it.
Yeah, I've never used it, but I have got them.
Yeah.
But as you notice, I don't do any transition effects. I tend to poo-poo all that sort of thing.
Yes, I think it's lazy. I mean, the only transitions I use is a blur, and usually with my logo flying through it, because it's a sort of reminder that it's a bit of branding thing, and it takes you from one scene to another. And sometimes I'll use an ordinary dissolve when going from moving to a static picture, because otherwise the cut is too jarring.
Normally what I do, the way I work, is I put the music on first as a music track. And then I drop the bits of video onto that, and then try and cut on the beat or the musical phrase or whatever.
Yeah. That's pretty standard practice, really.
It's also cheaper because you haven't got to pay for effects and all that sort of thing.
Exactly.
It's free. And I wonder if Richard or Fran won tonight.
If what? Sorry.
If Richard or Fran won tonight.
Oh yeah, Rich and Fran. If you're watching, who won for who? How long it took?
I haven't seen them pop up yet.
I haven't seen that. No, they don't watch every show. They are sensible people.
They do have lives.
Yeah, they've
Oh,
got.
no,
Have
that
lives.
makes it sound like I mean everyone else doesn't.
No,
No, I don't
No,
mean
they
that.
don't have lives.
That's not
They
what I
are.
meant. That's not what I
afraid.
meant.
Everybody else, I'm afraid, is forced to. They're like chickens, tied down and being force-fed the vote.
Matchsticks in the eyes.
Yeah, that's how it works.
I need
Speaking
some.
of chickens,
Yes.
I'm just cooking I'm in the kitchen. I'm having something really unusual that I've never had before.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, let me guess.
I'm
Let me guess. Squirrel.
no.
Womble.
No, I had that yesterday.
Womble?
Squirrel and hedgehog pie. No, womble's a bit chewy.
Oh, okay.
Tonight, Richard.
Yes.
I are mostly eating rhea egg.
Rhea egg.
RHEA.
Yeah. I know what you mean, but Rhea egg?
What? Rear Lee egg?
Ah,
What is a rear egg?
it's like it's
about
like a small emu.
2.5 pounds. It's an ostrich egg.
Oh, is it an ostrich egg?
It's
Do you
a
know
it's a
that
small
if you
ostrich
eat
egg.
that, you'll be ostracised?
I will. I'll probably be bound up for a week or two as well. But hey, I wanted to try it because I like eggs.
Are you working tomorrow? Is that why you're doing it? So you can't get there? You'll be going, I'm sorry, I'm egg bound.
It's my first day in tomorrow. I come out of lockdown tomorrow.
Oh, are you?
Or
Yeah, well, let's hope you
whatever it
don't
is.
pass wind then with all that strange egg coming out of your blowhole.
Well, after Friday, it won't matter because they'll all have masks on anyway. Won't they?
Oh, that's true. Yes, of course. And you could go. Do the staff have to wear masks?
No, but our manager is insisting that everybody does because he's got a couple of at-risk members of staff there.
Oh, okay. It's a bit weird, isn't it, that the staff don't have to wear masks, but that the shoppers do?
Yes, I know. I'll tell you what's another weird one.
Go on.
I went into a charity shop last week in Glastonbury,
Yeah.
and they got somebody standing by the door saying, "Can you use the hand wipe, please? Can you use the hand wipe, please?" Fine. I carry hand wipe anyway. I've got one in my pocket all the time.
Yeah.
So I happily complied. However, you walk into a supermarket where there's food and everything, and they're just marching in, handling everything, and nobody's cleaning their hands.
No. That's
That's
true. I mean, I
unbelievable.
march in. I don't clean my hands when I go into a supermarket. You never know who's been handling the hand wipe.
Well,
Do you? I mean,
thing
you
is-
just don't know. Loads of people pick up the little hand bacteria spray and they spray their hands, but before they've done that, they've been picking up the same, so it's suddenly passing around like nobody's business.
Yes, but
Well,
once
they're
you've-
normally in push pump dispensers, and I use my elbow and use so that I don't have to do that.
I wonder how many
But
other...
But you're extracting the stuff so that you can then sanitize your hands anyway. So it doesn't matter who's touched it because you're sanitizing your hands.
Well, that's true. That's very true. And also, I always spray the handles of the baskets as well
Yeah.
with the and clean them. But somebody said to me, well, they usually the example that if you a mask doesn't work because if you fart, your underpants don't stop the fart.
That's
You
true.
smell it.
Yeah, that's a
But
good... I mean,
have you ever
it's a
seen-
good point.
It's not a very good point because underpants do stop stuff because if you look, you've normally got skid marks in your pants, so something didn't get through. So it's stopping something, isn't it?
Yes.
I think you better go and see a doctor about those skid marks because that's not the case all the time.
All
Apparently,
the time, it's some of the time.
Oh, some of the time, yes. True.
Edward Moulding says that some shops are asking staff to wear masks.
Yeah. Well, I think it can't have one rule for one and one rule for the other. Otherwise, we'll have protests.
Well, we will indeed. I mean, I can't wait to see what goes on when I get into work. Because I've already been told that the Halfords policy is well, I probably shouldn't say this live on air, but
No, but tell us
Halfords
anyway.
policy is they're not going to enforce it. They don't want the aggro.
No, and also they don't want customers turning their nose up and going online.
Yeah.
Which is difficult to get your nose online unless you've got a peg. Anyway, we better...
35 minutes.
Yes, is that what it is? It says 29
That's how,
minutes.
that's how long it takes to boil one of these eggs I've got in my hand.
Right.
Oh, 35 minutes?
Yeah, I hope it's worth it.
Yeah, send us a picture.
How big was it? Is it
It's
Is it fist size?
bigger? I should think.
well, I'll email you a picture of it next to a hen's egg.
Yeah, but just give us a rough idea. Is it as big as a grapefruit?
Yeah, it's the size of
Matchbox?
yeah. No, if I put it in my hand, I can't see my hand anymore.
If you put it in your hand, you can't see your hand anymore.
It's
Right.
that big.
Is it the size of a chimpanzee's skull?
I would say yes.
Good. There we are. We've got an exact
Or an
measurement.
ostrich
Thank you very much,
spoken, maybe.
Gabriel from Glastonbury. There we go.
My pleasure. It's been an emotional event talking to you.
It has.
And it's lovely to see the lovely Julia. And I do like your twin camera shots now.
Oh,
Very
well, we do
professional.
try.
I saw what you did there.
We faffed about. We faffed about with the camera, but I can't get the colour matching and stuff.
I noticed that.
All
but
right.
that's easily
But
done.
also,
That's
yes,
easily
I
done.
know. But well, you'd think it would be easily done, but not with OBS. It isn't. And also,
That's true.
the camera, I can't get it far enough back because it's whatever. Anyway, it's a cheap old camera that's on there. It's just an old thing from 1872, just before
But it's working now.
just before our photography really caught on. Watch the birdie. Anyway, lovely to talk to you. Thank you very much for giving us a
And
call,
yourself.
setting us up for the rest of the evening.
I try. I'll talk to you on Friday, maybe. I'll certainly send you a video.
Oh, lovely. We look forward to it. Thank you very
Awesome.
much.
It's always lovely to hear your dulcet tones.
Is it? Thank you.
And you, Julia.
And him as well. Oh, yeah. There we go. Take care. Enjoy yourself. Have fun.
Bye. Love you all. Bye.
Love you. Bye. Bye. Gave him a little love you then. Did you see that? You hear that? Love you.
Yeah, he's
Love
lovely.
you. He's
Love you
lovely.
too.
And I don't want people to think. Hang on. Take the headphones off.
Oh, yeah.
It's very easy, ladies and gentlemen, to forget to take one's phones of head off. But we have done it. Let's go to the comments and see what people are talking in a
Well,
ridiculous fashion.
Everybody has been asking after Eric. Has anyone seen Eric?
That's right, sir. I'm here, sir. Oh, yes, sir. I'm here, sir. It's all right, sir. I'm right here.
What?
Someone suggested
It's
it.
just right. It's just there. Did you not see him? Hang on. Eric?
That's right, sir. Yes, I'm just here, sir. Yes, I'm all good, thank you, sir. Oh, good, thank you, sir. Just down in the basement.
Why have you put a cup over your face?
I haven't got a cup over my face, sir. Thank you, sir.
It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I should have put the camera down there, shouldn't I?
Yeah, maybe not.
No, maybe not. It's going very well so far, the show, isn't it? Yeah, it's going very well.
Yeah.
Anyway, carry on with the commenters.
Right. Mark Selwood says you've already lost this argument, Julia. 2 against 1
Two against one about what?
about the hand sanitizer, I think.
Oh, yes, sanitising hands.
Yeah. Mike Stevens says, eating my dinner, must he talk about skid marks? We have another phone call.
Yes, he was talking about a car. There was a car outside his house, and unfortunately, it was a nasty accident. Hello, caller, calling into the Vobes show. Who are you? State your business.
Hello.
Hello!
Hey.
Is that Mr. Ed Loud?
Sean Cameron.
Oh, it's Sean Cameron. Do you know, for a moment there, I thought it was Ed Loud. I thought it's either Sean or it's going to be
I have
Ed.
to admit, so did I. We didn't get long enough of your hello to
Yes,
catch your
that's very
accent.
true.
I was just thinking to myself, a thought just popped in.
Oh, yeah.
I've just had my mouth wrapped around an almond finger.
You've had your
Almond
mouse...
My mouth wrapped around an almond finger.
Okay, I've never heard of
And
those.
I thought, I wonder what biscuit they would like to put into their mouths.
Sorry, has he rung the wrong... Did you mean to ring the Samaritans by any chance?
I'm going to jump.
Yeah, no,
No!
please. No, please don't jump. Before you jump, call
I'll get you any biscuit you want.
Yeah. So what is an almond finger? I didn't know. They're nuts, aren't they, almonds?
Yes.
Oh, is it a biscuit? Is it a biscuit?
It's a cake with an almond on the top and almond filling in the middle.
Oh,
Oh.
that sounds delicious.
And you get 5 in a packet. That's why they're called almond fingers.
I get
Oh,
it,
yeah.
I get it. I
'Cause
get
wait,
it. My
1,
brain
2,
still works. I
3,
got it.
4,
Yeah.
5. Because, yeah. Shouldn't that be called almond hands?
Speaking of almonds,
Could-
we've got almond
could be.
tea.
No, we haven't
I
got
know what I'll
marzipan
do.
tea.
I'll
Almond
get
made
a
out of
packet.
almonds.
Oh.
So you'll
I'll
get a packet.
and I'll send a packet down.
Oh, do.
But maybe it's just a London thing.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Just Actually, whilst you're on the phone, lovely Julia, can you hold the fort for a minute? Have a chat to him about something interesting. Ask him.
Is he going to go and empty his bowls?
No. I've got something to show you. But whilst you're here, have a chat with Julia just for a moment. She's going to ask you some deep and philosophical questions about the meaning of fence posts.
Meaning of fence posts, eh? How about I
What's
ask...
growing in your garden at the moment?
What's growing in my garden? Well, I've got the raspberries still in there. And actually, someone just gave me some tomato plants today. So I need to pop them in the ground.
What sort of raspberries do you have?
I have some summer ones and some autumn ones.
Are they red ones or yellow ones?
Red. Red and
Well,
then
there's
a
actually
dark red.
Well, there's actually there's a purple one now that you can get.
Ooh, is there now?
There is. This is quite funny because I'm watching on the big TV, and there's about a 60-second delay, so he's only just left the room.
What the? Oh, hey. Rhubarb. Sorry, there's
So I can't see what he's.
Oh my
It's coming,
God,
it's
there's
coming.
hundreds of ants.
Oh no!
Right, you've just appeared on the screen now.
There we go. How about that?
Although with that jacket on, you look as if you're about to go out dogging.
Yeah, no, I did. I went and there's ants now all over the bloody place.
Well, apparently.
Oh, perfect! Look at that. That's really shot up. That is.
Look at it.
This is now, ladies.
And back with the ericaceous.
Yeah, this
Back
is
with
it.
the ericaceous compost.
Exactly. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the rhubarb that young Master Sean Cameron sent in, lifted. He lifted it from his neighbour's garden.
From the garden centre.
Yes, lifted from the garden centre. And I didn't have the right turf, not the right stuff, so I shoved it in ordinary, everyday... Sorry about the noise. Why is that rattling?
Beautiful.
It's not me, is it?
No, it's the phone. Sorry about that.
Do you know what what rhubarb likes?
What does it like? Custard.
Well, I don't know how to put this. When a man wakes up in the morning,
I think I need to like cover my ears and say la 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 la.
when a man wakes up in the morning,
Yeah,
La la la
the
la.
first pee of the day,
Yeah.
he'll pee into a bottle
yeah.
and then dilute it down to about 1 part pee to 10 parts water, and they love it.
Oh, they like having a bit of urine on there, do they?
Golden
Cabbages
showers.
do as well.
And what do?
Cabbages and cauliflowers.
But I want people to come round and eat the rhubarb and custard with me, not run a mile. Sorry about that buzzing.
Well-
I don't know if people can hear that buzzing sound. For some, ever since I brought the rhubarb in, it's sort of set off the phone into a sort of apoplectic fit.
Radioactive it is.
Yeah. I'm going to
Well, I
go.
think the rhubarb should stay there for the rest of the show.
Do you? It's very picturesque. It's a lovely bit of green, isn't it?
It is beautiful.
What does it look like on your camera? You can't see it at all. Well, you can see it a little bit there. Wait a minute, she's nabbing it now. Look.
See, now this has made the entertainment unsamey.
Yes, thank you very much. We had a caller. We don't let him in anymore. We had a caller on Monday's show who claimed that the show was very samey, but
Don't know what you're talking about.
I've had him assassinated now. He's now sort of pitched upside down in Mousel in some gunpowder, and I know that
Now,
would.
if I was you, I would take those 2 big stalks. You
Yes.
put your hand onto the stalk, go all the way down to the bottom of the shaft, and give it a good pull.
What? Pull
And I
it out?
would use those 2 big stalks, maybe in a bit of pie.
Oh, I see. I thought you said to me when you sent it, you won't be able to get anything from it the first year.
I did, but I'm impressed by what I can see.
Ah.
So I
Well,
would take those 2 big, those
Do you
2
wanna do
big
it?
ones.
no, not at the moment. They're quite narrow. They may look thick on the screen because the screen puts 15 pounds on you. I know. Look at the size of my nose. But
But what I would do is I would
A pen.
leave them there until you want to eat them, pick them, and eat them within a minute or 2, and then you'll get all the nutrients and the flavours.
Oh. And tell me, here's a question for you, seeing as you're a gardening expert. If you take the fruit, lift the fruit, and what have you do with it, and cook it, does that get rid of the nutrients and minerals? When you boil something, I always was led to believe that basically you've lost it all anyway. It's all in the water. So use the water as gravy, and you've captured some of it.
I always do that, unless you're not meant to.
Great. That's
Yeah.
very helpful.
Thanks. By the way, Linda Kane says she's gone off rhubarb gin now.
She's gone
After
for
that
about
tip
gin.
from you.
Yeah, the gin. By the way, Linda Kane, you know the bread I sent you? Yeah. How do you think it had that lovely golden crust on the top? Oh, it's a shame, isn't it? Yeah, so that's
Anyway.
that was the question. So does it when you boil something like that and you make a rhubarb stew, does it take away all the goodness?
Well, I would put it on a slow boil.
Yeah, but it's still going to raise up to the temperature. What I'm trying to ascertain, and you've got to answer the question or I'll shoot you, is that should we all be eating them raw? I know there's a thing for eating raw.
Well, there is a thing for eating raw, but it's a load of rhubarb.
Is it? Well, if hey.
For me, it's all about the speed from the ground to the plate to your mouth.
It's the speed from the ground to your belly.
Yes.
And then, as soon as you can, if you can shake yourself up a bit, you could squat over the plot and put the fertiliser back within minutes, couldn't you?
That's why it's called the circle of life.
There you go.
The circle of life.
Oh, me, oh, my. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's absolutely fantastic. Well, I thought you'd be proud to...
It's time to wind that up there at that point, isn't it?
Yeah. I was thinking, actually, just before we go, I was thinking, actually, transposing all of this as is into my garden, into the mud. But I may not do that because I've noticed animals come in. So what I'm actually going to do is build in my front garden a raised bed out of wood.
You raise me up.
Exactly. And so it's about 3 foot off the ground on a big heavy thing that no one could nick. Like a big not a wheelbarrow, but like those barrow boys we used to have, but one of them. Yeah. Stick it in the garden, fill it up with the earth. Not the whole earth, not the earth we're all sitting on, not the planet, the earth, not that, just, compost.
Well, it's supposedly flat. You just fold it up and put it in.
Yeah.
It's not.
Talk to the... Eric, it's flat, isn't it, the earth? It's definitely flat, isn't it? That's right, sir. Oh, yes, sir. Definitely flat, sir. This is... It's so flat, sir. I really can't help it. Oh. I don't know what's...
Am I paying for this, Tom?
Yes, of course. I believe you are. Anyway, thank you very much, Sean. Lovely to talk to you. We're going to play another video, and we will be back.
Bye for now.
Take care. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thanks for calling.
It's gone. I looked down at the phone there, and it said there was no option to actually kill the call.
Oh.
It was really weird. It was just like,
Strange.
call, press to call. I thought, but it's... Anyway, whatever. I can take the headphones off, by the way.
Yeah, thanks.
So yeah, that's the strawberries. We'll just move them down here out of the way for a moment.
Ramaboo2 says, I kept wondering why our rhubarb won't turn red so I can cut it. For 4 years now. Mum just informed me last night that it was a green variety and won't turn red. Really?
Green. This one is green and red. It's got green leaves and red stalks. Very similar, actually, to sycamore.
Yes, I had to really think about that.
Yeah, sycamore leaves.
Did you see the cogs turning?
Oh, did you hear the loud
clunk, clunk? Yeah.
Which was great. So I think we'll go for another video. Oh, any more interesting comments?
Yes, I thought it was quite funny because the Veg Grow podcast, aka our lovely Richard Suggett, was saying, "Oh, Mark Selwood." Oh wait, no, he said, "Who said it was samey?"
Yeah, who said it was samey? Somebody. There's a bloke down in Corn.
And Mark Selwood said,
"Yeah."
Has it gone? Oh, there it is. I really don't know who said Richard's videos had become samey, Richard.
No, I mean very samey because the last one that we saw was with Ringer Ollie. That's very samey, isn't it? Because he's been on it before. And tomorrow I'm going off to see somebody from the Stenning Woodland Society or some such thing from Whiston, the Whiston Woodland Management. Something very samey,
Very lovely.
very very
but
samey.
it made I laugh anyway because the Veg Grower podcast then said, "Oh, Mark, have you learned nothing? Lol."
Yeah, no, obviously not. So, lovely Julia, where are you? Oh wait, stop. Hang on. Wait, where's my mic? No. Anyway, there's an example of some slow motion, by the way, if you're filming at about 60 frames per second. You too can do something like that. However, our next one is Mike Dixon. And for some reason, he didn't do it at the same speed. He did it at normal speed with a bit of normality.
Hello, Vobesters. It's Mike Dixon. Bella's not with me today. I'm with a friend and we've just gone over to Ramsgate in Kent. Never been here before, either of us, but we're renting a lovely luxury apartment on the Wellington Crescent, which is right opposite the seafront and the bandstand. Beautiful apartment, not cheap, but just really lovely to get away with the reduction in regulations and the lockdown. Neither of us has ever been to Ramsgate before. It looks very, very beautiful. We're hoping to go out on a trip to see the sea lions and the wind farm opposite and the wildlife. And this evening we've booked a table for two in the Brasserie restaurant, which is that building at the end of the pier, which is an award-winning restaurant that's just recently reopened. So I rang and spoke to the manager and booked a table, so we're looking forward to that. Anyway, I thought I'd just share it with you. So it looks a very beautiful kind of Edwardian Victorian town. I think in the 80s Ramsgate went through a very kind of down period with a lot of people living in DSS, people living in the old B&Bs. But now a lot of those properties have been converted into private residence or private letting Airbnb. And the town seems to be on the up. Very beautiful. And we're lucky that it's a nice sunny day. Anyway, thought I'd just share it with you. Anyway, I'll pass you back to Richard in the studio. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Take care.
Take care. Lovely. Look, I've never been to Ramsgate myself, actually.
I don't think I have either.
It's very nice. I didn't see any rams stuck in a gate, though.
No.
No, funny that, isn't it? If you've been to Ramsgate, do let us know. We'd love to know your experiences of Ramsgate and whether you just saw sheep or cattle or you had one of those animals with 4 legs and those circular horns they have. That would be fantastic. So there we go. Let me just get back into the show. There we are.
Lovely video, Mike. Thank you.
Thank you so much, though. It's always nice. And it's nice to see you out and about, further afield, Mike. So thank you for sending that in. Don't forget you can call on 07934746790. That is the number that is very advisable to ring if you've got a spare 10 minutes or so. And it only costs you £5 an hour. So that's good. Any good comments coming through, lovely Julia?
Thank you, Richard.
Can you wake up?
Yeah, I need loopy juice. Ramaboo2 says...
Never mind what Ramaboo says. Sorry, Ramaboo. We've just got another phone call. Hang on, I've got to find my headphonios. We'll find out who's on the line. Are you all right there?
Yes.
Okay. Hello, caller. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. How are you? Who is it?
Can't you guess?
Is it Mr. Suggett?
Hello, Mr. Veg Grower.
Oh, Mr. Suggett, how the devil are you?
Yeah, I'm very well, thank you.
Oh.
Just got really excited.
Oh, did you?
After seeing Ramsgate. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's very nice. Ramsgate, of course, is a place that an author once wrote a book about, and I haven't read yet.
Which author would that be?
Well, I'm not quite sure because I can't remember. I've got a book about it up here on the shelf. It's fascinating. There's water,
Yeah.
And there's the quay, and there's boats in the water bobbing up and down, and it's great with visitors with cameras, especially Dixon used to sell cameras.
Yes. And just up the road from there is, of course, Broadstairs, where Charles Dickens wrote a book.
He did write a book, actually. Yes, he did.
Yeah.
He wrote a book. I think he was actually going up the stairs as he wrote it.
That's right, yes, he was.
Mm-hmm. But you weren't really ringing in because of the excitement, the thrill of Broadstairs.
Well, no, Ramsgate. It's
Ramsgate. Sorry.
Ramsgate. You asked if anybody's been there, and I've.
Oh, did I? Is that what I said? Sorry, I didn't. Yeah. Sorry. Hang on. Let me just remember. Yeah, I did say that, didn't I? I said if you've been to Ramsgate, let us know. I don't know why I said that. Why did I say that? Because now we've got Mr. Suggett on the line who's telling me he's been there. Well, great.
I've been there. Yeah.
Me and my big mouth.
To be fair, there's not many places in the south of the UK I haven't been, but
Margate. Have you been to Margate?
Margate, yeah.
Yeah, it's not Margate is not as nice as it once was. Now there's a lot of unmade beds in Margate.
Yes, yeah. It's very run down.
Very run down. Sadly.
I didn't get that joke.
No. Tracy Emin was an artist.
Gotcha. Yes, I know. I studied her.
Came from Margate.
I think there's
Forgot that though.
I can't remember the name of it. There was a theme park, but it was a wee theme park in Margate.
Oh yeah, that's right. They closed it for a long time, and then they reopened it. Something like
right.
the such and such Wonderland, or something like that.
Yeah.
I'd been to Margate. I went to Margate when we were at. When I used to do entertaining, when I was entertaining, not now because I'm as boring as anything, but when I was in entertainment, I used to do stilt walking on stilts. Not the stilts like kids do where they hold on like this, but ones that you strap them to your legs and you walk about. And we had a job, there was a bunch of us, I'll tell you this story because it's quite interesting and it'll kill a few minutes. There was about, I don't know, 8 or 9 entertainers, all stilt walkers, and we all had to... there was a big handshake going on between a big company called Pfizer, and Pfizer, you probably know this. They make Viagra. You're probably very well aware of that. I imagine a man of your stature. Yeah, I thought you might be. You regularly partake in the little blue Smarties that they produce, and which is why all your vegetables stand to attention because you shove it in the water. Anyway, the point is that there was an amalgamation between Pfizer and some other company, a big whatever it was, and they wanted all us stilt walkers with giant hands to indicate this handshake that had happened, and we had to be up there at 6 a.m. So we drove up the night before, stayed in a manky old hotel in Margate, went to Pfizer, which is actually nearer to Sandwich, I think, and we had to walk about as the staff arrived. They saw these tall men with giant hands. And then, we're arriving at sort of 7 o'clock in the morning, 7:30, bleary-eyed and all that, going, what the devil is this about? Only then to be told that this American company and an English company had come together and created whatever it was. And they were slightly overstunned. Anyway, that killed a few minutes, didn't it? That's my Margate Pfizer story.
By the way,
That's one for the annuals.
Thank you very much. Yes, you can use that when you next do your live show.
At Home with Mindy, by the way, At Home with Mindy said that her son grows veg in the front garden and none of that's been nicked. But then Josephine Suter said, what's your address at Home with Mindy?
Yeah, because we could all do with some nice, fresh vegetables.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sheila. So, Richard, I actually meant to ask you, Richard, because I want to come over to your allotment.
Allotment? Is that an illicit allotment?
It is an illicit allotment, the allotment that nobody knows about, the Sugget allotment. Because here's a question. I mean, I asked you a question some time ago, didn't I, the other day when we last spoke, or years ago, or earlier today, or whenever it was on Wednesday. And I said to you, look, I want to grow potatoes. I'm interested in growing potatoes because they are the staff of life, like bread, the starch of my shirts. And the thing about, and I know I've just seen Nigel Sadler's out there, and he poo-pooed potatoes the other day, but I was reading a book actually that said actually potatoes are very, very good for you. So no to Nigel Sadler, and this particular bloke has got about 5 or 6 published books, and he knows what he's talking about. Anyway, my point was, if I had an allotment space or a thingy, how many can I grow in an allotment? Enough potatoes to last me a year?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
How much space would I need?
I've got 4 rows of potatoes and a few pots at home, and that's enough to last me a year.
Putting, 2 or 3 on a plate every day?
Well, we don't eat potatoes every day.
No, well, that's no good, is it? I want some. Get me somebody who eats potatoes every day who's got an allotment.
Well, I eat potatoes almost every day.
Yeah.
In some way, shape or form.
I mean, whether they're crisps, whether they're covered in nice sticky oil.
Mash.
Whether they...
No, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, about 3 or 4 times a week, you're bound to, I like a good old potato, jacket potato, chip potatoes, fried potatoes, boiled potatoes, potatoes in their jackets, potatoes on holiday, potatoes on the bus, couch potatoes, you name it, I've got the potatoes. My head is a potato. So I just wanted, if you wanted to make sure you had at least 365 potatoes, how much space would you need?
If it's just you on your own, I reckon probably a quarter of an allotment will probably do enough. It depends on, because potatoes need a lot of water and a lot of feed. So providing you water them plenty, you should get plenty of potatoes. This year, a lot of people are having trouble because it's been so dry and not getting as many potatoes as they would like.
Because Nigel Sadler the other day said, "Oh, you can't just keep planting them as and when you like, and hope that 3 months later they'll be up, and then you just keep planting them every week. For every potato you eat, you plant another one. You can't do that."
No, I generally plant all my potatoes in March, the end of March.
So you telling me that even in December, if you planted them in March, even in December, you can, they must be they must be huge by then. If you're, you take some out in April, you take some out in June, you take some out in August. Yeah. By the time you get to December, whatever it is, 10 months, they must be whacking great big things, the size of, what's that big pumpkin shape? Pumpkins.
What's that big pumpkin shape? Oh, a pumpkin.
Yeah, that's sorry.
Classic Vobes.
Because I often can't think of the words. I have to describe what the thing looks like, and in doing that, I actually usually come up with the thing. Anyway, never mind all my foibles. So, are you saying that they just basically sit in the ground all that time?
No, they're constantly growing, aren't they?
No, they do die back in late autumn. The foliage on the top will. I tend to leave mine in the ground until I need them because they stay fresher that way. But if you leave them in the ground until next year, there's a good chance they will resprout in about March time. So it's best to come the end of December, dig them all up. Anyway, and then try and store them. And all they need is somewhere cool, dry and dark to store them. Some people keep them in sand and keep them moist. That'll work quite nicely.
Now, wait a minute, because Sean James Cameron, who is also an allotment keeper, and he's got a lot of allotment, he said just now it's about the speed of getting it out the ground and into your mouth as quickly as you possibly can. Is that not true with potatoes?
Well, they will be fresher, but my potatoes are still in the ground, so they're not actually out. I mean, Christmas Day, I will go down to the allotment and harvest potatoes to be eaten that day.
Yeah, okay. All
so
right.
they're still in the ground. They're still sort of... They're probably not as fresh as if the stems were still growing. But when it comes to main crops, you want those stems to die back because the skin hardens, and that makes the potatoes store better.
Right. Oh, okay. Well, we learnt something there, didn't we?
In terms of how nutrient dense they are,
yes,
that's a good question.
Well, we didn't ask it, but go on, give us the answer.
Well, I don't know the answer on the difference of nutrients between, say, your newer potatoes that you would harvest when they're still growing, or potatoes that the stems have died back. I don't know how full, or if there's any difference in nutrients in that case.
Failed us there then. Failed us.
Andrew Norris says we harvest potatoes in August, September and keep them in the basement store. They store very well, apparently.
Oh.
Yeah.
So they don't go off and go mouldy then?
I can do, but I check mine over about every couple of weeks just to make sure.
Right, because when you get them from the supermarket, if you haven't eaten them within 2 days, they've gone green or they're sprouting.
Yes, if they go green, it's because they're in light. That's why they need to be somewhere dark.
Ah.
And what the farmers or the big potato growers, they store them under red lights. That way they still keep dark, but the farmers can still see what they're doing.
So what do you mean they store them up in Soho?
No, under red lights.
Yeah, that's what I said. Soho's plenty of red light up in Soho. Stick them in a fisherman's net and you'll be well away. Earn a fortune from those.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Is Soho actually still like that?
Well, I haven't been up to Soho
well,
for
neither
at
have
least a week.
I don't think I've ever been there.
Oh, when I was a kid, used to get the... Do you remember, Garrett, did you ever go up to Soho and look through the peep shows?
No.
I was walking past her when I was working and they invited me in.
And did you go in?
No, I was working.
Oh, that's a shame. When I was much younger, of course, I lived in London for a bit and did go down to Soho, and I went into, I think it was 50p you put into a slot, and this little post box, you know, the letter box would open up like this on some little machine, ding, and there was some lady there, scantily dressed, and you know, she would start to she suddenly would wake up as if she'd been sort of having a cup of tea and a fag, and suddenly, you know, this obviously from her side in a sealed room, this letterbox opens, and she just goes, oh right, okay, puts a fag out, puts the drink down, and starts going, oh, like that, and then suddenly, just as she's sort of getting to do something, take something off, the letterbox would go clink. And you go, oh, Christ, I've got to get some more change. And I spent a fortune in one of those.
Sugget, what's he on about?
And Julia wouldn't understand. And I did at one time. I had this woman was sitting doing this. Hello, little boy. And I was about 18. She said, would you like to come with me downstairs? And I was so naive. I said, yeah, all right then. And I went down into this basement in Soho. This is no word of a lie. I must remember this to do this in my story one time.
Please don't.
And went downstairs, and then we sat down in this very dark room. And there was some other of these girls walking about, very scantily dressed, I noted, interestingly, as 18-year-old was. And I said, and she said, would you like to buy me a drink? And I said, yeah, all right then. And she said, I like champagne. So I said, okay. She said, what would you like? I said, oh, I'll have a beer, please. Anyway, this came along. It was £10. £10 for a glass of... I mean, now you might not think that's very much, but that was the equivalent to about 30 quid.
They saw you coming.
They did seem... Well, that was what their business was, wasn't it? They were to entice young people down. And another time, I know I'd sort of learnt my lesson that time, because another time I was walking through Soho, because also in Soho, for those people that don't know, was also the capital. Not only was it scantily dressed women of nefarious things, but also the film industry. Wardour Street was famous for the film industry. Lots of big producers and editing places and all of that. And I was very keen to try and get in with a film career, and I was up there, and I saw this little alleyway and this woman going, hello, would you like this? And it was like, not bloody lightly, it was 10 quid last time. And I walked off in off.
Ernie Samat says, Richard, Julia, I worked in Soho, Lower John Street, for 5 years, 1988 to 93. Great times in an art studio. Saw lots of naughty things.
Yes.
So apparently so.
Yeah, Raymond Review Bar was just down the road.
Mind you, I keep forgetting that 93 wasn't just a couple of years ago.
No, 93 was a long time ago. We were all much younger and more innocent. And a lot
I
of...
was 11.
And you were a legend.
You were born a legend, Sugget.
Well, I know that, but I was 11 in 93, so...
You were what, in 93?
11 years old.
Oh, you were 11. I thought you said you were a legend.
Well, I am a legend, but that's a whole other story.
93, you were 11. Yeah, you wouldn't have been allowed down. I think even the women there with the fishnet tights and the potatoes shoved down their knickers, even they would have said, no, walk on,
Well,
son.
some standards.
Walk on, son. Take your spud somewhere else. Anyway, I think we've answered all the questions on that front. So we now know all about potatoes, and we know all about
Bloody Soho.
hookers. Hookers? What were they? Hostesses, I think they called themselves, didn't they? Because nothing actually happened. You know, they didn't do anything. Because it just came, she bought me this drink, and it was like 10 quid. And that was like, I'm not doing any more. I'm not doing anything else. I drank this, you've never seen somebody drink this beer, and it was only a half, and she was like sipping her, well, she probably downed it in one, to be honest, because she was ready to buy another one. And it's like, yeah, thanks for that, bye. Boom. Gave them the money. And of course, there was always that feeling that if you didn't pay, some big burly blokes from out the back would come out with baseball bats, sort out your kneecaps for you. And I'm sure that went on.
Yeah, I'll have to bow down to your superior knowledge there.
Yeah. I'm surprised that somebody like you hasn't been into one of the... Because you were in the refrigerator...
Someone like you.
Well, somebody like you in the refrigeration...
Somebody like you.
Somebody like Mr. Sugget in the refrigeration business. He goes behind the scenes in all sorts of weird places, like zoos
schools
and schools and pizza places. And I am not surprised if he hadn't been
eateries.
at the back of some dodgy club. That nefarious thing goes on, and whilst he's underneath and at the back of his fridge. He sees some frigid women doing some dodgy things with juvenile people, shafting them out of their money.
When I normally go into those places, they're closed. You might just see some of the girls practicing with the pole.
Oh. Next time that happens, take me with you.
If I'd known we were going to have this conversation today, I'd have said I'll be on Monday.
Oh, bless her. Yeah. This is the face of innocence, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
There we go. Face of innocence. Anyway, thank you very much, Richard.
That's all right. What I was calling about was Ramsgate, funnily enough.
No, sorry, there's more. Oh, right, okay.
There's more.
There's more. Ramsgate. Tell us about the Ramsgate.
Well, just up the road from where the harbour is, that was on that there on video, there's some really interesting caves that date back quite a while. I think it was opened recently to the public.
Oh, yeah.
I think there would have been like World War II bomb shelters they were used for, but they pre-existed that. Just around the corner from there, there's a rather nice-looking grotto with waterfalls and stuff as well.
Oh, there's a shell cave. Oh, no, that's in Margate. There's a tacky old shell cave with lots of shells on it. It's very tacky.
Yeah.
So is it tacky, is it?
It's ticky-tacky.
Yeah. It's Margate all over, though.
Yeah, it is, actually. It's all over. Next to the unmade beds and the dishevelled hotel rooms.
Yeah.
And the leaky baths. See, actually, I mean, if I was Tracy Emin, and you found out that you could make, an unmade bed would be all right. You could do dishevelled hotel room, that'd be next. Leaky bath, that could, with a bit of a green stain where the copper has leaked the water down. You could do all this sort of stuff, couldn't you? You could just keep on with that theme.
Not to defend Tracy Emin, because I didn't particularly like that piece, but it was about a specific moment in her, time in her life, a specific period, and that was anyway.
Okay.
It just goes on.
Is it art question?
Yeah,
is it art? Well,
is it art?
Pretty much anything can be art.
Yeah,
It's down to perspective.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, let's not go down the art road. We had what's his name?
Baluzik.
Yes, that's right. We had Jonathan doing the art. He came on 2 shows to talk about art, and I was not convinced.
One of those was quite a difficult watch.
Yeah, but I've had it changed now, and I've got a Fitbit instead of the difficult watch. Anyway, yeah. So Ramsgate, lots of caves, lots of interesting things. Anything else, Mr. Suggett?
Well, Sandy Beach, and I went scuba diving in the harbour there.
Did you?
Yeah, I'm a qualified scuba diver. I haven't done that for a while now.
He's a qualified scuba diver, keeps that very secret. Why don't you build a pond in the allotment and do some underwater plants, and you could scuba dive her down, couldn't you?
I could, but it's a bit boring unless you go sort of really deep, 10 metres deep plus. It's just
what you could do? Well, what about one of those bathing bells? Or whatever they're called. We could get you down, one of those ancient, you could wear you're a qualified snooker, whatever it is. We could get you in one of those, those things.
Diving bell?
Yes, diving bell. And, but dressed up in the diving bell in one of those big brass helmets that you see that in the film, the first men on the moon wore the deep sea diving helmets to go to the moon in. They were great. And we could lower you down into this pit of water, filled with water. And, the bubbles come up like that. And you get down and you could go... And we go, what can you say? This is the... what would you call the ship at the top, the mothership to the ocean floater or something? And you ocean floater to diving bell, you're receiving over. And all of that's going on. And then you can, you start saying, I can see down here some sea cabbage. Or, whatever it is that you're planting. You could be down there planting some shallots.
In an octopus's garden.
I mean, you want ratings on your show? This would get them.
I think discussed something like this before, but there is somebody I've seen who does actually do underwater garden or underwater grown veg.
I knew someone had to
dive down, and they've got this dive, like a dive bell, but clear, where they're actually growing vegetables inside that. I can't remember where it is, though.
No, there was me thinking I was absolutely preposterous, and you told me that somebody's actually done it. Well, there we go.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Suggett. Well, we better go because we've got Peter Lowry's video to play in.
Oh, excellent. I'll jump back into my seat to watch that.
Yeah, run back in. Thank you very much for nipping out. Poor
You're
old chap.
welcome.
It's lovely to talk to you, and I will talk to you soon.
Yeah, will do.
Yeah,
Take care.
Take
Take
care.
care, Richard. Bye.
Bye-bye. That was the very lovely, well, that was lovely Mr. Suggett. Mr. Suggett, who runs the Veg Growers podcast, 6 o'clock on a Sunday evening. It's well worth watching because sometimes I phone in. That's not the only reason, obviously. Right, we're going to watch Peter Lowry.
Yay.
He has got another book. Listen, surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise! It's Cilla Black, surprise! So let's go there. Oh, not again. Not again. Sorry about that. I can't possibly show you that. I can't possibly show you that. I have to do it this way. Sorry about this, Peter. I got confused with my life. It was turned upside down. Here he is, the lovely Peter Lowry.
Hello, everyone. I bought this Children's Annual 1952, Collins Children's Annual, from a charity shop the other day, but it's really good, really. It's full of all sorts of things. It's in the front here. It's got the date, Xmas 1952, and it was a present to someone from their Auntie Annie and Uncle John. But it's got, there's a photo of, well, not a photo, a picture of the time. What children look like. I suppose I must have looked something like him. And it's got all these stories, and they've all got pictures about the story as it goes through. Lots of different stories with pictures. The story of Claude, who I think was a tiger. Another story here. And what's this? The Magic Cottage, all these, I don't know what they are, that lived in the cottage. And here you've got School for Puppies, how to train and look after your dog. I don't know if that worked or not. You know, whether you could train your dog from reading this and looking at those pictures. I don't know. And here, the Runaway Engine. And here it's got about the 4 seasons. An interesting bit here, it's got about the 4 seasons. Spring, out of doors. It's got about the birds. You've got swallows, house martins, a cuckoo, the flowers, catkins. And here, summer out of doors, the flowers that you'd have got, the birds, long-tailed tit and the lapwing, hares, leverets, baby hares. And over here it's got autumn, geese, and all the different sorts of berries and the hedgehog. And then the winter, it's got winter visitors from Northern Europe, field fares, redwings, snow buntings, and the different trees and animals that you'd see in the winter. Here's a bit of a poem about a cat's life. Robin Hood. A few pages of Robin Hood. I'm not too sure who he was. A dragon, I think. And then some more stories. The dogs birthday party. There he's got a birthday cake. And then some more stories and pictures to go with it. What are they doing? You have to guess what they're doing. All these dogs. And that's it. It's a good old annual from 1952 on its what? It's nearly 70 years old, isn't it? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Bye.
How about that?
I love it.
Oh, what about that?
Peter, I love your lovely face.
His lovely
Your lovely
face.
face.
It's lovely.
Such a lovely, friendly
it's
face.
lovely. And it was just interesting looking at the design of the pictures and the purple colour throughout. This one colour being utilised, and thinking of it from the printing point of view. Very easy. But lovely concept. And the Four Seasons, fantastic. Just goes to show that kids back then were outdoors much more than they are today, and the animals, and recognising those animals, seeing the geese fly over and the rabbits and all of those things would have been something that they would have attuned to 70 odd years ago. Now Sonic the Hedgehog would be the nearest they'd get to an animal, isn't it, that it was recognisable. Just absolutely amazing. Thank you so much, Peter. Keep them coming. We love them.
Yes, we love them.
It was really cool. Any good comments, lovely Julia?
Yes, it's amazing how the red on the drawings can make them look like they're almost in full colour.
Yeah.
And Rick M says the world looked a more innocent and better place to be in those days.
Absolutely. Nice. It's safe. It gave that feeling of being safe, didn't it?
Linda says the original recipient of this book was probably so excited to open it at Christmas in 1952 and would have read it from cover to cover.
And it would have been coveted.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, do you?
I did.
But now, if you give a kid a book, and I've given kids books, they just kind of go, oh yeah, great, thanks, and it's like not anything terribly interesting. Another caller, ladies and gentlemen. Busy night tonight. Hello there, caller. Welcome to the Vobes Show.
Hello.
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 Hello. Oh, I think we've got signal problems. Hello.
Vobes, what's his point?
Pardon?
What is Vobes show? What's his point?
What is point of what?
Was what?
Are you still there? No. What? Are you? I think your signal is breaking up. Go on.
Point denim jacket.
Point denim jacket.
What's his point?
What do you mean? What is the point?
What is point? Denim jacket. What is point?
What is point? Have you been listening to On the Line?
What is point? Purple lady. What is point?
Yeah, you've been listening to On the Line on BBC Radio 4. It's a BBC Radio 4. They do a character. What is point?
So what is point? Unicorn mug. What is point?
There's always a point to a unicorn mug. Here it is.
What is point? Viewers videos. What is point?
I'm sensing a theme here.
Yes, I'm sensing a theme.
What is point? Sensing a theme. What is point?
What is art? Okay. What is art? What is the point of art?
What is point? Art.
What is the point? Is it art?
What is point?
Is that all you're going to do?
This is point. Ta-da! It's rude to point. Don't point.
What is point? Route to point. What is point?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Love you, Beluzik.
There we are, Jonathan Beluzik.
Had to be.
Yes, Jonathan Beluzik. He did actually say he's going to ring up and do a spoof phone call. However, if you're going to do a spoof phone call, you could do a bit more than just what is point.
It was lovely to hear your voice, though. It was.
I've had children ring in who were more entertaining. Mainly yours.
Huh?
Yeah, Joe rang in once. Did you not know? Joe rang in.
No, funny.
Come on, Beluzik, you can do better than that. What is point? Yes, if you've never heard it, it's one of the... Well, it used to be quite good. When it first came out, On the Line on BBC Radio 4 was the people from the Fast Show. They did this thing, and it was this phone. It was a phone in that was supposed to be real. It was a sort of you knew it was a comedy, but it was done very well to begin with. And then, of course, like all things, they just started to repeat. But they had a character who got very samey, and they had a character who would go, "What is point?" Exactly the same thing. But
I remember now.
Yeah. Do you remember?
Yeah, I do remember now.
Yeah, there we go. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it's 20 minutes past. We can have one more phone call if you wish to top that one. Or else we are going to have a punch-up. Or a puncher. I'm going to Wiltshire, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. And the lovely Julia is going to somewhere else.
Yes.
Where are you going?
I think it's Monmouth.
Oh, yes, that's right. You did say Monmouth. There is a lovely bridge in Monmouth. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, we can do a very interesting thing here because we're very clever here. If I just do very quickly. I went to Monmouth. You've been to Monmouth?
I don't know, actually.
You'd recognise the bridge because the bridge is the last bridge of its type in the UK. A bridge with I can't remember what it's called now. A bridge over the River Kwai. It's over the River Mon, I think.
Monmouth Bridge?
Monmouth. Hang on a moment. Let's see if we can get it here. Oh, yes, it's exploring the Menno Bridge, it's also called.
I'm Richard Vobes, the bald explorer.
It says Mono there.
Walk, and this time I'm in Wales. I'm going to look
Hang on a
for
moment.
a bridge that I've wanted to see for many, many years. I never thought I'd be in this part of the world.
Here we are, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm in Monmouth, and I'm here to see Monmouth's ancient medieval bridge. So I have parked up in a free car park just the other side of the bridge, in fact the other side of this church, and I'm not quite in Monmouth. I'm going to go and do several different views, mostly to get rid of that.
So I'm just going to turn the sound down because we don't need to see the sound. Let's get rid of that. So there we are. So that's the River Mono or something, or Min, or I can't remember. But this is the bridge, lovely Julia. What do you think about that?
Oh, wow.
That's the bridge in Monmouth. It's, sorry, my microphone has come down very low.
That's
there we are. Sorry about that.
Very intriguing looking bridge.
Isn't that a lovely bridge? It's a beautiful bridge. And that's when I went to the Forest of Dean
I remember.
years ago now. And the Monmouth Bridge, definitely worth going. So if you're near Monmouth, take the family and have a look at that. You don't want to look at this geezer. He won't be there, luckily. You will have escaped. So, yeah, how do I get back to the Vobe show? So hang on a minute. So if anybody's been to Monmouth Bridge, do let us know. And have something more interesting to say than when Richard Suggett rang up and said, I've been to Ramsgate. I didn't mean that, Richard. I didn't mean that. You can slap me. But not at the moment.
Jeff Kellison is impressed that you managed to work out how to put it full screen.
Oh, yeah, thanks. Yes, I'm impressed I managed to do that full screen. I'm slowly learning on the job, as they say, as the milkman said, delivering his milk. Plenty to get off my chest, says Robert Croser.
As in, it wasn't him on the phone.
Oh, right. Yeah, no, it wasn't him on the phone. It was Mr. Beluzic.
Audrey says it was the same shirt that you're wearing now. Oh, yes, it was.
Oh, yes, ladies and gentlemen. Very same. Look at this. Little transformation for you. There we are, look. Look at that handsome devil who's just hiding behind the hedge there in front of that bald bloke. Same old clothes. I know, I must get to the charity shops and get some new clothes. But I have got a new jacket, ladies and gentlemen. Be fair, I've got a new jacket. It's a bit samey, isn't it? It's a bit samey, this bloke, with the same old clothes. You know, this is not a charity.
Suggett says, I will slap you, lol, but you did ask.
Yes, I did. Thank you very much. And
here, I'll slap it for you.
He's a black belt in origami or something. He's a kickboxing football person. He's a kickboxing trained deep sea diver, isn't he?
Suggett.
A snorkeling expert. Or a sniffing expert. Anyway, one of the three. Monmouth Bridge. What's the point? There we are. Robert Baxter. What's the point? Exactly.
Josephine's asking, are they the same glasses? They probably are.
Yes. Yeah, no, actually, they're not.
No,
look, subtle difference. See those glasses there and these glasses here? Those glasses there are actually...
These glasses here?
Yeah.
They're the non-show glasses and show glasses.
These are my theatrical glasses for which, without, I normally wear these. But these...
You can tell the difference. You can see the
you see the lights.
reflections of the lights in these
Yeah,
ones.
so they are, look,
Very
horrible.
clever.
So, of course, these are supposed to have none, but actually these aren't terribly sharp. I've tried cutting bread with it, no good. Looking very tan, says Mike Flinders.
What, now?
Now or then? Now I'm more
I think
tan.
you look more tan now than you
Yeah,
did
because
then.
that was, when was that? Hang on, let's have a look. I'll tell you when it was, because it will be... Oh, that was 10th of July 2018.
Maybe it hadn't been quite as sunny at
that's
that point.
Yeah, 2 years ago, wasn't it? Forest of Dean. I was in the Forest of Dean. Worth going and having a look at that if you can, because I've only got 840 views on it. So do check that out. Put Vobes and Monmouth in
Bridge.
there, or Monmouth Bridge, and it will come up. And just add some stuff to that. By the way, if you missed last week's show, it was... Wait, this is today's show. Oh, yeah, this is interesting, ladies and gentlemen. Hang on a second. We now go live to us a few minutes ago. Not so quite so private, actually. I wish I kept it private now. Any other last requests?
When I was very little, I fell face first into nettles as I ran towards our holiday caravan. Mum threw everything out of the case to find calamine lotion.
Oh, calamine lotion. Yeah. Oh, calamine lotion. Isn't that that's the most weirdest thing, isn't it?
I think I'll wear...
I've just
mask
cut.
to cover this whole
to
thing next time.
YouTube showing us live, and I.
Yes, very droll. Very clever, yes,
Yeah,
well
no,
done.
I was impressed. Here we are. Look, here we are again. Look, that is a still from earlier in the show. Shows how much. Look, I'm thoroughly enjoying the show. Julia's hating it. It's a shame. Gosh, technology, eh? Don't you just love it? Now I can't see the clock, so I have to get rid of that.
Oh, apparently, Glyn Horton says, nice place, Monmouth. There's a museum about Lord Nelson there too.
Lord Nelson.
Lord Nelson.
Oh, he's the one with one eye and one arm.
Yes.
One eye and one arm.
I didn't see you do that, but yes.
You watch it on the action replay. Only happened 20 years ago. So there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, it's coming up to about 5:30. I think we've sort of had our sell-by date. Thank you so much for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure. Just say goodbye to Eric, would you?
Bye, Eric. Bye, Eric. Bye. Bye, Eric.
It's all right, doing lovely, Julia. It's nice to see you. Thank you so much for coming. Bye-bye now. Goodbye.
Bye-bye, Eric. Don't forget to put a thumbs up, Eric.
Yes, put your little thumbs up. That's Eric's thumb. Look, there it is. Thanks, Eric. Look, his little thumb.
That was not the greatest of placings there. Well done, Richard.
I don't know what you mean. Monmouth Bridge, what's the point? Is that jacket denim? No, this is pure leather. Pure leather. Came from an Irish hound. Nice place, Monmouth. There's a museum about Lord Now. Oh, hang on, we're going back into cuckoo land now. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's been absolutely fantastic. Thank you to Judith, if she's out there monitoring and making sure. She is superb. Somewhere. Thank you, Judith. Thank you to lovely Julia for joining me here in the studio. Thank you for the videos, by the way, Mr. Lowry, Mr. Glastonbury, and of course, it was the middle one. Very nice video that we had. Mike Dixon.
Had to scan my brain then.
Yes, and Mr. Dixon. Thank you so much for all of those. We do appreciate them, really do. We take the mickey out of them, but we appreciate them.
And thank you to all the commenters.
And to all the commenters who've commented. And you, sitting at home in the dark, shivering as if you've been tied up by kidnappers and waiting for the police. We do appreciate you passing the time with us, and we hope that you'll get away pretty soon. Unscathed, obviously. And if you fancy joining us on Friday, you'll be miffed because one of us won't be here. I'm not going to be here, but the lovely Julia... No, I'm going to be here, but the lovely Julia, unfortunately, won't be. We started a conversation about your going away to Monmouth Bridge, and then we got sidetracked to Monmouth Bridge, and we forgot to say when.
Oh, yes.
Soon.
Soon. In a couple of weeks.
Yeah, in a couple of weeks. So none of your business, really. But thank you so much for watching. So that's it. Thank you to everybody. Do I have to go through the thank yous again? No, not really.
Thanks, everybody. Love you.
Love you very much. And thank you. And don't forget to send lots of money because we desperately need it. So there we are. Bye-bye, everyone.
Night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
And there we go. Oh, that was all right, wasn't it? You got out of that all right. I don't think you made too many mistakes. And you've got some nice glasses out of it, and some lovely jumpers to wear.
Gorgeous glasses,
Gorgeous
darling.
glasses, yeah. Stunning, isn't it? It's amazing, isn't it? It's amazing. Bing. Oh. Sorry, what happened?
going on?
What happened there? That bing. Oh, yeah. This is an outrage. So, what do we have to do now? Pull the plug and go home?
I guess so.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I've got a long way to go, haven't I? As
Yep.
ever. Well, do you want to sing the theme tune?
Sing the theme tune, write the theme tune.
Yeah, what's the
I'm allowed
point?
to
What's the point? Theme tune? That wasn't the Fast Show. That was the other lot. Oh, the Little Britain.
Britain.
They were pulled, weren't they?
Yep.
Yeah.
They've been cancelled.
They've been cancelled. Cancel culture. You can get culture in a petri dish, but also you can get a culture on the internet. It's a factum totem pole that not many people know about. Anyway, are we ready to blow?
Yep.
1, 2, 3. Goodbye.